Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be doing an experiment to see how sugar and yeast react with water to inflate a balloon. So the materials that I have with me right now are a measuring cup, I have a bowl of sugar here, I have my bowl of yeast, I also have some measuring spoons, obviously some balloons. I have a little cone that I made to help put the sugar and the yeast into a bottle. And then lastly, I have a empty water bottle. Okay, so to start, I'm going to be putting 3 teaspoons of dry yeast into my bottle here. Okay, let's see how this works. Kind of a half one. So that's 2 and 3. All right, and then I will be putting 2 teaspoons of sugar into the bottle as well. Just white granulated sugar. 1 and 2. Okay, perfect. All right, so I have filled up my measuring cup with hot water. I have 150 milliliters of hot water in here right now. I'm going to slowly pour it into the bottle. All right, and then I'm going to put the balloon over top of the bottle, the lid, and then I'm supposed to wait for about half an hour, so I'm going to check in about 15 minutes, and then I'll check again in half an hour. Okay, just some of my observations right after I poured the water in. A lot of the yeast and the sugar sitting at the bottom, but as we can see, we have this kind of milky liquid here. The bottle is quite hot, but nothing has happened right away, so we'll wait. I decided to change the size of the water bottle as well as the procedure I did for actually putting all of the ingredients into the bottle, just because I wasn't seeing a lot of changes happening with the other bottle. And as you can see, there is a lot going on in here. The yeast has activated and it is starting to slowly blow up the balloon here. It's only been about 15 minutes, but I'll check back in another 15. Okay, so as we can see here, my experiment was successful. The yeast and the sugar created a reaction that caused the balloon to fill up, and some of it is actually overflowing now, so it's created quite the reaction. Now, I did decide to switch water bottles from my large bottle that I used in the beginning of my video, and that was because I wasn't really seeing a great reaction. I also changed up the method that I used in the beginning of the video, so instead of pouring the yeast in first, I actually poured the water in first. I filled up water up until about here on the bottle. I then added a full packet of yeast. I stirred that up to make sure the yeast was fully dissolved. I then added my same amount of sugar, mixed that up a little bit, and then I put the balloon on top. I also blew up the balloon a couple times to make sure that it was stretched out, but as you can see, it was successful. So this actually created carbon dioxide in the bottle, and the gas then fills the bottle and it inflates the balloon. So yes, successful experiment.